Today we are putting Cristiano Ronaldo's career in reverse, which means he will be starting off as a youngster at Al Nassr before making a move to play for Manchester United, Real Madrid and Juventus. And by the end of his career, we are going to see if he can win more Champions Leagues and Ballon d'Ors than he did in real life. But starting off as a wonder kid at Al Nassr, a young Cristiano showed himself to the world, scoring this insane goal on his debut. And he went on to score 12 goals with 5 assists, helping his team win the Saudi League, and he was the league's Young Player of the Year. All of this in his first professional season, and he is only 18. But despite all his hype in the media, clubs in Europe just didn't take him seriously and no one came to sign him. But all of that changed in a pre-season friendly game where Al Nassr were facing Manchester United, and a young Cristiano absolutely terrorized the United defense, scoring a hat-trick on them, and United was so impressed with his performance that they went ahead to pay 25 million to buy him, and this is only the beginning for Ronaldo. But without Sir Alex Ferguson as his manager, can Ronaldo still grow to become the player that he was in real life? Well, despite coming into an absolutely mid-Manchester United team, he had no problem adapting to the league, and he completely turned things around for them, scoring 16 goals with 8 assists, winning the FA Cup, Young Player of the Year award, and United qualified for the Champions League next season. This guy has absolutely carried this United team. But his second year at United was not the same, as they brought in new manager Erik ten Hag, who completely changed the tactics of the team, and Ronaldo was no longer given the freedom that he had last season. I mean, it is clear the bold man just doesn't like Ronaldo. And after seeing a massive drop in Ronaldo's performances, ten Hag was not a happy man, and he publicly shamed him. Just like that, Ronaldo was no longer a starter at United, and the team without Ronaldo ended up having a terrible season, getting grouped in the Champions League and finishing 6th in the league. With the little playing time Ronaldo got, he only registered 5 goals with 2 assists the whole season. But as soon as the campaign was over, Ronaldo had already made up his mind a long time ago that his time at United was over for now. And after a terrible last season, the media started to question Ronaldo's ability, and they labelled him as a one-season wonder. But the hate only made him stronger, and Juventus were the only team who believed in his abilities enough to go ahead and buy him. And now that he has found himself a new club, he was determined to get back on track on his goal to be the best player in the world. And he proved everyone wrong in England, scoring 20 goals with 11 assists in his first season at Juventus, which helped them win the Serie A, and he was also the League Player of the Year. You know what? That is not a bad first season for Ronaldo. But unfortunately, Juventus got knocked out in the quarterfinals by Bayern, and the Champions League is still something Ronaldo is yet to win. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that right now and drop a like on the video. And now, coming off that great first season in Italy, a lot of pressure and responsibility is piling on Ronaldo this season. He is now widely looked at as the main man for Juventus, and the manager thinks he is the player that can deliver them their long-awaited Champions League trophy. Bro, this is a lot of responsibility for a 22-year-old. But he didn't let that pressure get to him. In fact, he more than delivered, carrying this Juventus team to yet another Serie A title, as well as winning back-to-back Player of the Year awards after scoring 29 goals with 8 assists. But that's not all, because in the Champions League we beat AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund and PSG to get to the Champions League final, and this was Ronaldo's chance to win his first ever Champions League. But Man City did not give Juventus an easy game, as they started off the better team and went on to score a goal. Grealish again, Haaland in the middle, Grealish plays it to Haaland and it's in. No, that is not a great start to the Champions League final, bruh. And with Ronaldo being locked down, things were not looking good for Juventus, as Man City just kept on attacking. Oh my goodness. But right before halftime and against the run of play, Juventus had their first chance. Oh, good header from Ronaldo. Chiesa has a chance to get us level, and he does. What an assist from Ronaldo, and what a finish from Chiesa. We are back in the game. Just like that, the scores were level at halftime, and just like the first 45, Man City were the team dominating with so many chances. Haaland, another save by Szczesny. Yo, we are getting absolutely cooked, man. But again in this game, there was a twist to the story. Oh, nice from Locatelli. Ronaldo. Oh, he got past everyone. Finish! Ronaldo! In the Champions League final. What a game this was. We were absolutely finished. But who else but Ronaldo to get the winner? This is actually incredible. And that was literally the final kick of the game. Yes, there is the final whistle, and there we go. Ronaldo has won Juventus their first Champions League in over 20 years. And his amazing year with Juventus was rounded off by him winning his first ever Ballon d'Or. What a flipping season for Ronaldo, but remember, this is only the beginning. So in his third season in Italy, the best player in the world continued to grow into his role at Juventus, scoring goal after goal, but the new manager Pirlo did not prioritize winning the league, and they finished third on the table, losing the title to Inter. But the Champions League was a different story, and Ronaldo went on a crazy scoring run, getting a goal in every knockout game to carry Juventus to the second Champions League final in a row, where they faced a Barcelona team with a young Lionel Messi, who has had an incredible season as well, and it's the first time that these two face off in their careers. But let's just say we had a very interesting start to the game. Samuel Eto'o plays the ball through to Henry. Henry, oh my goodness, Messi! Only less than 5 minutes in and Messi has scored. Yeah, we can say prime Barcelona are not taking it easy on Juventus, and they just continued to toy with Ronaldo's team throughout the first half until they got another goal. Iniesta, Samuel Eto'o, oh, he makes it to flip save, bro, you're joking. Juventus again absolutely destroyed. But thankfully they didn't get another goal before half time. We need a massive second half from Juventus if we want to stay in this game. But we did the exact opposite, and Barcelona were just not letting us into the game. Oh no! Oh, what a stop. But against the run of play, there was one man who delivered. We have a corner, Ronaldo in the middle. Ronaldo gets one back for Juventus. And that is goal number 32 for him. He is absolutely incredible, and we have time in this final. But despite Ronaldo's goal, Juventus just couldn't stop Barcelona. Barcelona have won the Champions League, and that is Messi's first in his career. And thanks to the amazing season that he had, he also earned himself his first Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo gave it everything he could, but Barcelona were just the better team, and Messi was just the better player. That loss to Barcelona really opened Ronaldo's eyes, and now with the media only praising Messi, Ronaldo wants to show the world that he is just as good, if not better than him. So as soon as Madrid came in to sign him, he accepted the world record offer and took on a new challenge in Spain. Now this is a Real Madrid team that hasn't won a Champions League in over 10 years, but with Ronaldo, things are going to change. And with the new manager Jose Mourinho, Ronaldo had by far his best scoring season yet, bagging 52 goals with 19 assists. But even with those numbers, it still wasn't enough, as Messi's Barcelona not only beat us to the league title, but they also knocked us out of the Champions League semi-finals and went on to win the whole competition, which helped Messi to get his second Ballon d'Or in a row, and already Messi is ahead of Ronaldo. But Cristiano is far from finished, and his rivalry with Messi continued in the new season, with Ronaldo getting even more goals than he did last season with a crazy 62 goals and 21 assists. And we are currently first on the table, and we are this close to winning the league, but our season is far from over, as in the semi-finals we are in a penalty shootout against Bayern. In real life, something similar happened where Real Madrid lost, but today we have to change history. Alright, here we go. Robin to take the first penalty. We guessed the right way. We are already ahead. Come on, Xabi Alonso. Make it 1-0 to Real Madrid. And he does. He slots it in. There we go. And both teams went on to convert the second penalties. And when he came to the third, Bayern converted and Ronaldo was next. In real life, Ronaldo missed this penalty, but let's change history. Cristiano Ronaldo finishes. Yes, there we go. Manuel Neuer sent the wrong way again. Ribéry went on to score his penalty, and so did Ozil, but this is a big penalty for Bayern, because if they miss it, they are out of the competition. David Alaba. Ah, what a save! Yes! Let's go! What a performance by Casillas. Real Madrid are through to the Champions League final. Ronaldo has the chance to win the second Champions League, and things are looking really good right now. And things got even better for Real Madrid as they secured the La Liga title ahead of Barcelona. And this is Ronaldo's first La Liga. Hopefully we win more, but all our focus now has to turn to the Champions League final, where we are facing prime Chelsea. Well, in this game, Chelsea came out firing, creating these two big chances. Oh, what a shot by Drogba, and what a save. but Madrid responded straight away by creating some good chances as well. Oh my goodness, what a ball. Ronaldo, what are you doing? Come on. Yeah, that was the story of the first half, with Madrid having many chances to score but just not being able to finish, and it meant that we went into half-time with the game all level. Now there's a lot of work for both teams to do in the second half, but Madrid did not waste any time going ahead to attack. Oh, good ball. Ronaldo plays it into Higuain. Yes! Let's go. Real Madrid have the lead. An assist by Ronaldo in the Champions League final. What a start to the second half this is. And Real Madrid quickly had a chance to double their lead. Arbeloa plays it into Ronaldo. What are you doing, bruh? Come on. But just like the first half, Madrid just weren't clinical. A lot of players in the box. Ronaldo crosses it in again. What a save. But thankfully on the other side, the Madrid defense was solid and we were able to close out the win. That is yet another Champions League final won for Ronaldo. This trophy caps off his best season so far in his career, and with the amazing season he had, he earned himself his second Ballon d'Or. He already has more than he did in real life at this age, and he is now tied with Messi. But his third season at Madrid was not all rainbows and butterflies, and even though Madrid broke the bank to get an up-and-coming superstar in Gareth Bale, it couldn't stop Jose Mourinho's third season curse to hit, as Madrid finished third on the table despite Ronaldo having yet another season with over 50 goals. And Madrid were knocked out of the quarterfinals against Bayern. It saw Jose Mourinho fired from Madrid, while over in Barcelona, Messi's team, which now have Neymar and Suarez, finished the season winning not only the league but also the Champions League to help Messi to another Ballon d'Or. A new manager in Rafa Benitez came in, but he wasn't any better as Madrid came third once again in La Liga. And despite Ronaldo doing business as usual in front of goal, his team still got knocked out of the quarterfinals for the second year in a row, and once again we lost the league and Champions League to Messi's Barcelona, who have been unstoppable ever since they assembled MSN. And I can't lie, things are looking way too good for Messi over in Catalonia. It was no surprise that the bum Rafa Benitez got booted out of the club, and this is where we saw Madrid legend Zinedine Zidane coming to take the job as manager. I mean, there is a lot of pressure on him right now to do well because the last few seasons at Madrid have not been great. But straight away, things looked promising at the club as we saw Ronaldo turn into a different beast, getting a stupid amount of goals this season, and his partnership with Bale and Benzema up top is looking really good. But despite all of that, we still lost the league title to Barcelona. Bro, this Barcelona team just doesn't stop winning the league. But you know what, we'll let them have it because this season we are not knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We've been able to make it through to the final, and we are facing one of our biggest rivals in Atletico Madrid. Well, Atletico had a very good opening chance. Atletico attacking very early on to Griezmann. Oh, what a stop by Keylor Navas. And both teams put in a very solid defensive performance as we had a goalless first half. That was the most boring first half ever, fam. But in the second half, Madrid came in with new energy and we had a good start. Still Gareth Bale takes a shot. Oh my goodness, bruh. What a strike from Gareth Bale in the Champions League final. That is what I'm talking about, bro. Come on. And now the Madrid have finally got one. They were more hungry than ever to get a second. Bale finds Ronaldo. Good touch by Ronaldo. Ronaldo against Atletico. Can he finish? Of course he does. Let's go. That is what I am talking about. 2-0 to Real Madrid and we are looking clear. Come on. And from there, Real Madrid were in control of the game and Ronaldo had a good chance to get himself a second. Okay, Luka Modric plays the ball in. Ronaldo, why are you taking a touch there? Shoot, bro. And let's just say he took my advice the next chance he got. Ronaldo. That has to be one of the greatest goals ever scored in a Champions League final, and just like that, Real Madrid were able to defeat their rivals. That is another Champions League final complete. What a season it has been for Real Madrid and Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, it is no surprise that he has also won himself yet another Ballon d'Or. That is Ballon d'Or number 3 for him. and we still have a long way to go in his career. In the new season, Zidane's Madrid continued to strive in all competitions, and the trio of Cristiano, Benzema and Bale were unstoppable as they won Madrid their first La Liga title in absolute ages. There we go, it's about damn time to stop Barcelona's dominance. But business is not over yet, because Real Madrid have made it to another Champions League final, and we are facing Ronaldo's former team, Juventus. And Ronaldo had a very early chance to grab a goal. Ronaldo in a champion... Never mind, bruh. But only minutes later, Ronaldo had a chance to redeem himself. Toni Kroos plays a ball through to Ronaldo. Ronaldo in the Champions League final, he sends that top bins. What a flipping goal. And even though Juventus started to threaten Real Madrid, we were able to take that very important lead into half time. And in the second half, Ronaldo continued to show why he is the best in the world. Ronaldo from outside the box, he sends it in, top bins again. What a final Ronaldo is having. This guy is actually unstoppable right now. What the hell? But Juventus just haven't given up yet on getting a goal. Fair play. Oh my goodness, there is still a bit of time left. We can't let this happen. But thankfully the time was not enough for any sort of comeback, and Real Madrid were able to get themselves yet another Champions League final win. Yes, there we go, that is Champions League number 3 for Ronaldo at Real Madrid. He has had yet another unstoppable season. And for the first time in his career, he won the Ballon d'Or twice in a row, and that makes it his 4th time that he has won this award. With the success Madrid and Ronaldo have achieved over the past 2 seasons, this is looking like the best Madrid team ever assembled. And Ronaldo only has 1 goal this season, and that is to win it all again. But so far he has had a really poor start to the new season, scoring only 7 goals at the halfway point, and the media are now pushing the narrative that he has finished and he has passed his prime. It is actually crazy he hasn't had numbers this low since his last season at Manchester United, and that was 10 whole years ago. But it looks like the media still hasn't learned his lesson. Ronaldo never gives up, and he is always going to have the last laugh. And he made a crazy comeback in the second half of the season, racking up 30 more goals in the league to guide Real Madrid to yet another league title. And his comeback in the Champions League was even crazier, as Noodlehead Ronaldo was back and he scored 10 goals in the knockout stages to beat teams like Bayern, Juventus and Atletico Madrid, to help Madrid reach the Champions League final again, where we are facing Liverpool, and Madrid have a chance of three-peating the Champions League. And Real Madrid did not waste any time showing why they are the best team in the world. Gareth Bale takes a shot from distance. Yo! What the hell? Carious, bro. How are you shit in real life and in game? Come on. But Liverpool nearly got themselves right back in the game. Oh, Firmino! Good save! Yes! On the other end of the pitch though, Ronaldo was cooking. Oh, we have Ronaldo making his way into the box against Van Dijk. Ronaldo makes it out! Oh, that is saved by Karius. That would have been a great goal, but Ronaldo had an even better idea. Alright, we got a corner. Toni Kroos to take it. Ronaldo in the middle. Oh my goodness, what a goal! Yo! Nah, that is actually insane. He took over Bale's role of scoring that goal in the final. That is madness, bro. And Liverpool did all they could to get themselves back in this game. Oh, Firmino sent one defender. Ramos was there. Oh, that is saved. Yo! Thankfully, we were able to keep our lead at halftime, but in the second, Liverpool finally got a goal. Oh, Fabinho! No, okay, we can't let this happen. We need to stay focused. At this point, Real Madrid did whatever they could to get a goal back. It falls to Casemiro. Oh, that's wide. And late in the game, we had our biggest chance yet. Toni Kroos plays the ball to Ronaldo. Benzema in the middle. Please finish. Yes, that is the finisher in the Champions League final. And that was all we needed to defeat Liverpool. And there we go, Real Madrid have completed the three-peat of the Champions League. At this point, this team is just unfair, bro. And with him winning his 5th Champions League, it was no surprise that he also went on to win his 5th Ballon d'Or, already tying what he has in real life. And with this legendary Madrid team, he can easily make his 6th. But Ronaldo had different ideas, as he wanted a new challenge. And as much as he loved Real Madrid, he reached an agreement to join Manchester United, because because he doesn't want his legacy in England to be that horrible season he had with Ten Hag. And this is also the only league that he is yet to conquer. And with Sir Alex Ferguson as the manager, this is a completely different United team than what we had 11 years ago. And Ronaldo, the current best player in the world, absolutely ripped it up in his first season back in England, scoring 29 goals with 5 assists, and he won himself his first ever Premier League trophy. But even after all these years, United still haven't found success in the Champions League, and he continued this season as they got knocked out in the round of 16. And that means we have to go again in the new season, and this year a 32-year-old Ronaldo looks like he has entered a new prime, with him getting even more goals than he did last season, which helped United win back-to-back league titles. But again, the Champions League is looking impossible for United as they got knocked out in the quarterfinals. Not to mention Messi has won the last 2 Ballon d'Ors, which means he is now ahead of Ronaldo again. So my boy Ronaldo, you need to do something quick or Messi is just going to keep winning it, bro. So now we're in Ronaldo's 3rd season back at England, and he really wants to have an incredible year, especially because Sir Alex has announced that he will be retiring at the end of the season, and that brought new motivation. So United had a new wave of energy, and the team gave absolutely everything they could to win as much as possible, and there was no doubt that Ronaldo delivered for them as they were once again able to win the Premier League, which makes it 3 in a row. 3-peat in the Champions League and the Premier League is actually insane. Messi has never done that, I'm just saying, bruh. And with the influence of Mr. Champions League himself, we saw United go through so many games in the knockout stages, and they were successfully able to reach the Champions League final for the first time in decades. And in the final, we are facing prime Chelsea. This is like a repeat of the 2008 final. But it took a whole 30 minutes for the game to open up. Ashley Cole takes a shot, good save. Can he get to the rebound? Yes, he does. United have a chance to counter. Ronaldo. Rooney's making a run. Good pass from Ronaldo to Wayne Rooney in the Champions League final. Hits the post. No. But with Van der Sar making a big save to keep the score level at the half, in the second, United had a big chance to counter. Oh, Ryan Giggs plays it in. Ronaldo. Ronaldo. I thought that was offside, but Ronaldo scores past Chelsea in the Champions League final. Let's go. And this is when Chelsea started to create big chances to score. Drogba. Oh, there is no way he's onside. What a save. But once again, we caught them on the counter. We have a chance to counter again. Wayne Rooney. Ronaldo in the box. Rooney squares it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo finishes to get his 2nd goal in this Champions League final. This guy has to be the most clutch player of all time, bro. This is actually madness. But just like that, United won themselves a Champions League. Yes, that is what I am talking about. Ronaldo has won yet another Champions League trophy. That is 6 for him now in his career. Officially more than what he got in real life. There is no better way to send off Sir Alex. And Ronaldo has sealed his legacy at Manchester United. He also went on to add his 6th Ballon d'Or, which is also more than what he got in real life. But during his presentation, he announced that his time in England is over and he is going to be retiring at Sporting next season. So he is now home in Portugal, and after conquering Saudi, England, Italy and Spain, he did the same at Sporting as he had yet another good scoring season, which guided them to their first Portuguese championship in over 2 decades. That has to be the most perfect way for Ronaldo to end his career. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you click on this one and make sure you subscribe right now.